Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving into some really fascinating source material. It's excerpts from Brad Meltzer's book, Make Magic.
And what's really cool is that this book actually started as a commencement address. So it's just packed with these personal stories and some pretty powerful life lessons.
Yeah, all framed through this. Well, unexpected metaphor, right? Magic tricks.
Exactly. But it works surprisingly well. It's not just generic advice. Feels really grounded.
Totally. So our mission, really, in this deep dive, is to pull out that core wisdom, like the most important nuggets about facing life's big moments, its challenges.
Yeah, we want to really get into what Meltzer actually means by making magic in the real world.
And, what it could mean for you listening right now.
And the context is pretty important, too. This was a speech at the University of Michigan back in 2024.
Right. Think about who those graduates were. Born around 9/11, college years shaped by COVID.
For a lot of them, it might have been their first real graduation ceremony since, like, middle school, maybe?
Mhm.
A class has definitely seen some things.
And it was super personal for Meltzer, too, because his own son, Jonas, was graduating.
Oh, yeah, and the story goes, when he told Jonas he was the speaker, Jonas was like, you. Seriously. Not Tom Brady.
Huh. Like, there are so many people they could pick. It's like a 13th seed winning March Madness.
But that's kind of the spirit the book captures, isn't it? That 13th seed idea. Maybe not the obvious choice, but sometimes those have the strongest message.
Definitely. So Meltzer uses this structure, the magic trick framework, for these big life lessons. He apparently learned this from professional magicians.
That's right. They say there are basically only 4 kinds of magic tricks, fundamentally.
Okay, what are they?
Making something appear, making something disappear, switching things, or changing one thing into another. Just those 4.
And he takes those 4 actions and applies them to life. So the first way to make magic is make something appear.
Right. But specifically, making the best version of you appear.
Okay, so that's more than just like showing up physically.
Oh, yeah, much more. He talks about how we have all these different selves, how you are with your parents, your colleagues, your best friends.
Oh.
He mentions Tim Urban's idea of the inner you, that like core authentic self that isn't performing for anyone.
That makes total sense, that feeling when you're just completely yourself.
Yeah.
Secure, present.
And it usually happens around people you really trust. Right. People who just get you, the real you.
Yeah, no pretense needed.
And he tells this great story about finding those kinds of people. Right after college, his first job in Boston just vanished. Boss quit, job gone.
Oh, wow. Talk about a plan going sideways.
Totally. He felt lost. Sitting in this kind of divey sports bar, tells his girlfriend, who's now his wife, okay, I know what I'm going to do this year.
Let me guess. I'm going to write a novel.
You got it. And the key thing the source says is that she didn't laugh.
That's huge.
Yeah. She just looked at him apparently and said, go write it.
Mm-hmm.
She saw something in him, validated it. He says she gave him lift.
But then came the hard part, right? The rejections.
Oh, the rejections. 24 of them for that first book. He says it was more than there were actual publishers taking books then. Some sent too.
Ouch. That's rough.
But he kept going. Told his girlfriend, well, I'll just write another one then. And she didn't laugh that time either. And it was the second book that got published.
And he really credits her belief in him.
Absolutely. And he ties this into an academic idea, Professor Jane Dutton's reflected best self-portrait.
Okay, tell me more about that. How does someone else believing in you actually work?
Well, it sort of gives you permission, doesn't it? When someone you trust sees your potential and they actually say it and they believe it, it helps you rewrite your own story about yourself.
Ah, so it helps you push past your own doubts.
Exactly. It's like psychological scaffolding. It lets you see and then step into that best version.
That is powerful stuff. Really shows why your circle, your friends, they matter so much.
Their trust, their love, it's key. So for you listening, the question this first trick poses is, how do you make your best version appear? What does that look like for you?
Okay, which brings us to magic trick number 2. Make something disappear.
Right. But Meltzer adds a twist here. It's not just making fear disappear because it's bad. It's making your fear disappear by harnessing it, using it.
Okay, intriguing. Turning fear into fuel.
Exactly. And he's got that classic story from his Haagen-Dazs job.
Oh, the rude customer, snapping her fingers, demanding ice cream.
Yeah. And he just decides, nope, not serving her because she's being so rude.
And she absolutely flips out, right? Screaming he'll work there forever.
For the rest of your miserable life.
Yeah.
And he just calmly says,
Ma'am, if I'm working here for the rest of my miserable life, you're still never getting any ice cream. Boom.
Such a great line. But for years, he told it just as this funny comeback story.
But there was more to it.
Yeah, in the source material, he admits that whole interaction actually terrified him deeply.
Really? Why?
He connects it back to his dad's financial struggles. He had this profound fear of ending up stuck, just like she was yelling at him. That fear of precarity.
Wow. So it wasn't just sass, it was fueled by genuine fear.
Totally. And that was the realization that fear, that terror her words sparked, wasn't something to just get rid of. He actually drove him. It became his engine.
It lit a fire under him.
Yeah, you know that feeling when someone doubts you? It says you can't do that. Writes you off.
Oh, yeah. It can definitely motivate you.
Exactly. So the magic isn't getting rid of the fear, it's the alchemy. Feel it, acknowledge it, and then channel that energy.
Let them underestimate you. Use it. Prove them wrong.
So, thinking about Meltzer's story, how can you harness fear? Is there a situation right now where maybe doubt yours or someone else's could actually become your fuel?
That's the right question. Okay, on to the third trick. Make two things change places.
And this one is all about empathy.
Switching places, seeing things from someone else's perspective.
Exactly. Walking in their shoes, figuratively. And he shares a really vulnerable story here.
This is about his family moving to Miami.
Yeah, when he was 13, his dad lost his job. And suddenly, there were 6 of them. Him, parents, sister, grandparents, crammed into his grandparents' tiny one-bedroom apartment. For months.
That must have been incredibly stressful.
You bet. And apparently, they had these condo commandos, neighbors complaining about too many people, just adding to the stress.
Ugh.
But then, this neighbor across the hall, he remembers her name sounding like Mercy, which he heard as Mercy. She did something amazing.
What happened?
She offered her own apartment to his grandparents, just so his parents and the kids could have the one bedroom to themselves. Gave them space.
Wow. Just an act of pure empathy. Mercy.
Exactly. That's the heart of it.
Yes.
And he contrasts that with how much cruelty and venom we see sometimes, especially online now. He argues that kind of meanness isn't strength at all.
It's weakness, right? Insecurity.
Yeah. He says real strength lies in that ability, that willingness to switch places, to feel empathy.
Even when it's hard. He mentioned studies showing how we get overwhelmed by bad news.
Right. Our brains kind of shut down to protect themselves. We want to look away.
But his message is clear. Do not shut down. We need you.
It's such a vital reminder, too. Everyone around you, everyone is battling something you probably can't see.
Divorce, illness, loss, money troubles. Silent struggles are everywhere.
He points out, at that graduation, every family there probably wished someone could be present who wasn't. He even wishes his own parents could see his kids graduate.
It really makes you think. Just remembering that hidden context for people.
It changes how you interact, doesn't it? He includes that really lovely saying.
One day, someone is going to hug you so tight that all of your broken pieces will fit back together.
Just beautiful. The world needs more of that empathy, that humility, that basic decency.
And he comes back to it. If you really want to shock the world, unleash your kindness. Admits it sounds naive.
But argues it's worth fighting for anyway.
Absolutely. So thinking about that, who around you might be dealing with something unseen? How can you practice switching places today, offering a bit of that kindness?
Which leads us to the fourth and final magic trick. Changing one thing into something else.
Transformation.
And he calls this the hardest trick of all.
Why is that?
Because the core message is, you're not finished. You're not fixed.
Correct.
Graduation, any big life moment, it isn't the end point. The real magic is to never stop changing.
Keep evolving.
Exactly. He remembers loving the Hall of Mirrors at amusement parks as a kid.
Ah, seeing all those different versions of himself.
Yeah, all the possibilities reflected back. But as adults, we tend to lose that, don't we?
We get locked into one idea of who we are, what we believe.
We stop seeing the other possibilities. So he shares this advice he got. Write things in pencil. Be ready to use the eraser.
Not in stone, because stone gets brittle, it cracks.
Right. Pencil allows for change, for rewriting. He contrasts this with ego, too.
How so?
Suggests that the person who thinks they're the smartest often has the most fragile ego. They can't admit they're wrong or change their mind.
Whereas true intelligence is being humble enough to keep learning.
To challenge your own thinking, yeah, to stay open to transformation.
Life is messy, unpredictable, but maybe it holds more versions of you than you realize.
That's the key. Don't be immutable. Keep transforming. Keep learning. Keep seeing those endless possibilities.
So where in your life, listening now, might you be writing things in stone? Where could you maybe pick up that pencil, use the eraser, and embrace some transformation?
Okay, so those are the 4 tricks. Making your best self appear.
Harnessing fear
Switching places with empathy.
and embracing transformation.
And the common thread, what connects them all.
They take effort, right? They take you.
Exactly. This isn't passive stuff. Things don't just magically appear or disappear in life.
Making this kind of magic happen, finding yourself, getting through stuff, it takes work, it takes time, intentionality.
Yeah, he mentioned Simon Sinek's phrase, full commitment to the bit. You have to be all in authentically, or it just feels fake.
And he gives a shout out to the support systems too. The people who helped get the grads and likely you listening to where you are now.
Parents, mentors, friends, so many sacrifices made by others. Their belief stays with you.
Thinking about that next chapter, whatever it is for you, it's exciting, sure, but also kind of terrifying.
New jobs, maybe a terrible first apartment, heartbreak, amazing adventures,
Huh.
all of it.
But what really lasts? What matters most?
The connections, the people cheering you on, the memories you make, especially with friends. He says seeing old friends can just transport you back.
Like magic, yeah.
And he points out, for the grads, the ultimate trick was already done. They graduated. You already won, he tells them.
Your past self would be totally amazed at where you are now.
And then comes this really beautiful final reveal about magic itself.
What's that?
That true magic.
Mm.
It's not really for the magician. It's a gift. Something you give to other people.
So the most powerful magic isn't sleight of hand.
It's making memories. Memories that feel so special. They seem almost conjured.
He even talks about the book itself like that, doesn't he? How it found its way to you.
Maybe it was a gift. Maybe you picked it up. But it's like a message of hope, sent by someone who believes in you. Even if that someone was your past self, choosing it for your future.
And that final call? Abracadabra. You are the magician now.
It's your turn. Take the stage.
And the key to seeing all this magic.
Looking for it. The only people who see magic are the ones who look for it. So the mission is simple. Go make magic.
So we've done our deep dive into Brad Meltzer's Make Magic. We've explored these 4 big ideas framed as magic tricks.
Appearing, disappearing, by harnessing fear, switching places, transforming.
And these aren't just nice thoughts, are they? They're calls to action. They require effort from you. Commitment.
Yeah, your intentionality, being fully present in it.
And like Meltzer says, the only people who see magic are the ones who look for it. So we'll leave you with a thought to mull over.
What magic might be hiding in plain sight in your life right now, just waiting for you to notice it?
Maybe take a moment. Think about which of these magic tricks feels most relevant or maybe most challenging for you right now.
Is it showing up as your best self, harnessing that fear, practicing more empathy, or embracing change?
We really hope this deep dive into Make Magic has sparked some ideas, given you some valuable insights.
And maybe, just maybe, inspired you to start looking for and actively making some magic of your own.